Local news that matters. This is WTWO News Weekend Edition.
Indiana State University officials shared their spring commencement plans. And Johnson & Johnson is ready to roll out millions of COVID-19 vaccine doses. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Taylor Johnson. As it stands, Indiana State University is planning an in-person commencement ceremony for May. Indiana State University is optimistic that they will be able to have the spring commencement on May 8th. There were plans to have a fall 2020 commencement, but it was canceled due to COVID-19 cases. The university will allow students from spring 2020 and fall 2020 to walk as well. That's if commencement happens. Now, for one ISU student, it's a day she's been looking forward to for a long time.
It'll be like the climax of like everything has been leading up to this point right here. This is why I cried in the library until 3 a.m. This is why I have been working so hard.
University officials say they are working to see how many students will like to come back for commencement so that the correct accommodations can be made. Starting tomorrow, Davis County drivers could run into a closed railroad crossing in Washington. CSX crews will be working on a crossing on State Road 57. It's located between Railroad Street and East South Street. The Indiana Department of Transportation says the work will last about 4 days, and that's depending on weather conditions. Drivers will be able to use detours following US 50, I-69, and State Road 57. Drivers are being reminded to slow down and stay alert near crews. And a reminder, starting tomorrow, the Vigo County Health Department clinic will be back open. The clinic inside the Vigo County Annex was closed due to COVID-19 response. Those who need service can schedule an appointment. Some of their services available include physicals, immunizations for kids and adults, and flu shots. There's also TB testing, which is done on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That service does not require an appointment. And a mask must be worn when you go there. 3 young children died in a house fire in Miami County Saturday morning. That's just outside of Indianapolis. First responders were called to the Miami County home just before 11 a.m. They say the children's mother, Laura Gingrich, reported smelling smoke. The children, ages 1, 5, and 6, were in a second-floor room, and Gingrich was unable to get to them because of heavy smoke. Officials say the 3 children were all found unconscious and not breathing. They were taken to the hospital where they later died. At this time, the cause of the fire and the cause of the children's deaths haven't been determined, and the investigation is ongoing. According to officials, the fire did rekindle overnight. Now to the latest from Washington. The FDA has given the green light to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and the company is ready to roll out millions of doses. This as President Biden pushes the Senate to pass his COVID-19 rescue package after the House okayed the plan. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has our story.
Johnson & Johnson says it's ready to roll out 3 to 4 million vaccines this week after the FDA authorized use of its one-dose shot. While one dose may appeal to many, health officials are urging Americans to get any vaccine they can.
All 3 of them are really quite good, and people should take the one that's most available to them.
Good news on the vaccine front as President Biden pushes the Senate to pass his $1.9 trillion COVID rescue package.
By the middle of March, 11 million Americans will lose unemployment insurance, so we need to move quickly and rapidly.
The White House says it's willing to negotiate with Senate Republicans, who overwhelmingly oppose what they say is a totally partisan bill.
They put forward a package which reflects the interest of the Democratic constituencies that elected the president.
The bill provides billions for reopening schools, stimulus checks, small businesses, and vaccine production. No House Republican voted for it.
It's become a Trump party. It's not a party of reason.
Former President Trump made his first major speech since leaving office at the annual CPAC conference Sunday, hinting he'll run again in 2024.
We began it together 4 years ago, and it is far from being over.
Meanwhile, President Biden says he will make a major announcement on Saudi Arabia Monday after a U.S. intelligence report found Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman approved the killing of journalist and U.S. President Jamal Khashoggi. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
And now to more on former President Trump's appearance at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Florida. He addressed the future of the Republican Party while bashing the Biden administration, claiming the administration has, quote, had the worst first month of any presidency. The former president also spoke on topics like border control and the pandemic, among other things. He called this time in history a, quote, historic struggle for America's principles. He vowed for the Republican Party to unite and be stronger than ever before after denouncing the idea he would create a third party. Here's one of his remarks.
For the next 4 years, the brave Republicans in this room will be at the heart of the effort to oppose the radical Democrats, the fake news media, and their toxic cancel culture, something new to our ears.
Trump's address to the crowd brought a close to the 4-day event. And the majority of people attending CPAC say they'd vote for former President Trump again. Straw poll results were revealed at the conference this afternoon. The poll found 55% of attendees would vote for him in the 2024 GOP primary. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis came in second with 21%. Everyone else was in single digits. 95% of attendees want the Republican Party to continue former President Trump's agenda and policies. And when asked to rank the issues most important to them, more than half said election integrity, while less than half said constitutional rights. And if you were looking forward to the annual St. Patrick's Day pancake breakfast this year, you'll have to wait till 2022. Here's video from last year's pancake breakfast. It's hosted by Judge Chris Newton of Vigo County Superior Court Division 4 and his staff. This would have been the 18th year for the pancake breakfast, and it's always been a huge turnout in the past. However, Judge Newton says it's important to postpone until next year due to COVID-19.
It's just sad, but I think necessary that we needed to do it this year. But we'll look forward to doing it again next year and hopefully a little later in the year.
Judge Newton says safety is the most important thing right now, and for you to instead enjoy some pancakes at home with your family. And here's an incredible rescue by the Sugar Creek Fire Department. They saved a dog from ice-cold water. Yesterday around 2:45 p.m., they got a call about this beagle named Jack. Jack was stuck in the ice at the Green Valley hunting and fishing area. Sugar Creek fire crews were able to successfully save the dog while wearing ice suits, and they say Jack is now home with his owners. Great work by the Sugar Creek Fire Department. Coming up on WTWO News at 11, you'll meet a young woman making Scout history. And later in sports, ISU baseball went to extra innings in Tennessee. Omar has the highlights in just a bit.
Watching WTWO News Weekend Edition with Taylor Johnson, meteorologist Dan Reynolds, and sports with Omar Tello.